Hey everybody, it's Dr. Eric. First thing I want to say is please share this or forward this with anybody you know that has insomnia or is dealing with kids with ADHD, like their children are on Adderall or Ritalin or one of those stimulant medications. So I want to talk about two chemical events today that can help you. One is sleep issues. The other is going to be like ADHD or concentration issues. And the thing you need to understand is there are two chemicals in your brain, one that controls sleep and one that controls concentration. The first one that controls sleep is called serotonin. And if you have low levels of serotonin, you're going to be depressed, but you're also going to have insomnia, which means you lay down at night, your brain won't turn off, you wake up at 2:30 in the morning, you can't go back to sleep, you're tired all day long. That's a serotonin issue. If you're having problems with concentration, it's a dopamine issue. So ADHD in kids. You see these kids that are bouncing off the wall, and it's because they actually have been shown to have lower levels of dopamine than most kids. And when that happens, you can't concentrate on things like homework. But if you get those kids engaged in something like a video game, like you can't pry them away from it. And it's because that's what engages their dopamine. Now, pharmaceutical companies know this. So what they'll do for you if you have sleep problems is they'll put you on something like 10 million people in the United States are taking drugs like Lunesta or Ambien. And the thing you need to understand about that is it's completely artificial. It's not increasing your serotonin level naturally. It's doing it artificially, which is why you have a list of side effects as long as my arm. If you're taking those medications, you are not sleeping, you are knocked out, and there's a huge difference there. And so if you're taking that, they're trying to affect your serotonin, but they're doing it unnaturally. It's the same exact thing when you give a kid Ritalin or Adderall or another stimulant. What it does is it affects your dopamine levels. It increases the dopamine levels in your brain, but it does it unnaturally, just like any other drug called speed or methamphetamine or anything else. It does the same thing. It affects dopamine. And we got almost 10 million kids taking those drugs. The point here is this: 20 million people are taking those drugs that they should never have to take if they just learn how to fix that normal chemistry in your brain. So if you can learn how to raise the dopamine level naturally or raise the serotonin level naturally, you can get kids off of those medications. You can get people where they sleep great and don't have to take any like Ambien or Lunesta. It will change your life. So what I want you to do, if you are dealing with sleep problems or you know anybody that is, or if your kids or anybody that you know their kids are dealing with these issues with ADHD, get them registered for our Brain Octane workshop coming up. It's completely free. It's going to be March 28th. It's a Monday night, 6:30 here at the office. We are almost full. We had a huge response to it last week. So make sure you forward this on to anybody you know. Have them call the office or get a hold of us or reply to this email so that we can get them registered for this, because there's 20 million people they're playing with their brains through chemistry that don't have to be. They're dangerous drugs, and we can get people off of them if you're doing the right thing. So make sure you reply to this if you want to get signed up for you. We'll see you on the 28th.